Hi everyone, this is Miss Tejada, and today we are going to learn about paragraph structure and essay structure. So let's get into this PowerPoint. Our first slide is going to focus on paragraph structure, and this is called the TIC paragraph. This is a nice way to remember the three main components that you should include every time you write a body paragraph. The T stands for topic sentence, and that's going to be the first sentence of your paragraph. This lets the reader know what your entire paragraph is going to be about. Be careful that it's not just an announcement, and it does need to be focused, but don't make it too narrow. So what I mean by it's not just an announcement is you don't want to announce what you're going to write about. So that would sound something like, in this paragraph, I will write about cell phones. You don't want to do that. A better alternative would be something like, people are becoming addicted to their phones and are not communicating effectively. So we'll talk more about that in class, but that's just an example. Next in the structure is I. The sentences that follow your topic sentence are going to illustrate and develop your main idea with plenty of examples and details. These examples can be from your personal life, but as we begin to write essays throughout the semester, they are definitely going to include evidence and details from the articles that we've read. So that's why it's really important to annotate. And the last component of the paragraph should be the concluding sentence. And this is going to reflect or mirror the topic sentence, so it's going to be similar. The main difference is that it's going to explain the importance of the main idea. Okay, so that's paragraph structure. Let's look at the essay structure. For a multi-paragraph essay, there are going to be three main components. That's the introduction, the body paragraphs, and the conclusion. The introduction is what it sounds like. It's going to introduce the reader to your topic in a really general way. It contains the thesis statement, which is really important, and that thesis statement is going to be one of the last sentences of your paragraph. And we'll look at the intro a little bit more carefully in the next slide. The body paragraphs are going to support and develop your thesis with topic sentences and all those other details that you will include in the body paragraph. And last is the concluding paragraph. In the concluding paragraph, you want to restate your thesis in a new way and remind your reader of the supporting points. So here are some steps that you can take to write a good introductory paragraph. Number one, start your essay with a hook. In that very first sentence in your essay, you want to grab your reader's attention. So a couple ways to do that is to ask an interesting question, use a startling fact, or a creative story. My favorite way to start an essay is with that little story. It's a really effective way to grab your reader's attention. My least favorite way is the question, because it's sort of overused and the questions end up being not very interesting. We'll look at some examples of these in class. After you have grabbed your reader's attention with that hook, the next thing you want to do in the intro is introduce the topic to your reader by giving some background information. So because we've been in class, we know that our unit is on educational success and mindsets and the importance of managing your fear. But someone who has not been in our class has no idea that that's what we've been doing. So you want to introduce that topic to your reader so that they could understand the importance of your essay. The last thing that you want to do in your intro is give your thesis statement. The thesis statement tells your reader the main idea of the entire essay. And in our class, it's usually the answer to the prompt. Now let's take a look at how to write a good conclusion. Because we already looked at how to write a good paragraph. We want to follow that TIC structure. So the conclusion is going to do a couple of things. It's going to remind your reader what the thesis statement was. We want to imagine that our readers have horrible memories, and they need to be reminded of your thesis statement that you gave way back in the introduction paragraph. The conclusion also shows how all of your main ideas develop your thesis, and it shows why the paper is meaningful and important. The conclusion should not have any new information. If you find yourself wanting to add some more examples or details, you either need another body paragraph, or you can see where those details fit in an existing body paragraph. Some tips on writing a good conclusion: don't use the words "in conclusion," "in summary," or "in closing." I know some of you will still do this, but it's not necessary. These phrases are pretty redundant and a little bit lazy. Also, students tend to get really sentimental or emotional at the end of their essay, so try not to sound like a fortune cookie. I know you want to end in a strong way, and you should be ending with like a powerful sentence, but just be careful not to get too preachy. And that's the basic essay structure. Here's a little outline that you could follow in order to write an effective essay all the time. So number one is your introduction. In that intro, you're going to have a hook to engage your reader. You're going to introduce the topic, and you're going to end with a thesis statement. Next are the body paragraphs. These are your main ideas. These are the ideas that are going to support your thesis statement. And the last thing is the conclusion. In the conclusion, you need to restate your thesis in a new way and synthesize your main ideas, or remind your reader what those ideas were. Okay, so make sure to view this as many times as you need to. Take some notes, and I will be collecting those in class. Bye!